Uh, how about now? Let me start this over. Okay. I'm still up here listening to it and accidentally hit the mute button. Okay. How do y'all hear me now? Give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? I'm looking the chat. I got to get used to doing this. A lot of people can actually, uh, a lot of people can actually like Meena. Meena can chat and talk and read the chat and all this other stuff. I can't do it. Once I'm focused on one thing, I can. How y'all like this? I'm trying something different this time. I've never been able to grow a beard because of me being in the police department. I couldn't have a beard. Now it's ironic because now the police department can have a beard now here in Houston. So the police officer can have a beard. I couldn't have a beard, but now they can. But give me a thumbs up on the sound, guys, if y'all can hear me. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, everyone can hear me. Okay. No, my cat is down here and her butt is in heat. So I can't get a dog. I had to put my dog down. He had cancer and that was my dog. So I can't replace him. It's hard. It's hard. I tried going to get another dog and can't do it. So the girl I was dating at the time got me a cat. So, and yeah, I needed something to take care of. I don't have any kids. So, all right. But I have some things I wanted to talk to you about. But let me show you this. This is one thing that I know that when I'm following Meena, a lot of people don't know some of the things like the abbreviations, the codes, and all that other stuff when it comes to the drops. And I know that I live on them. I live on them because I believe in what's going on them. But check this out. Let me switch screens. Now, this is right here's killerts.app. All right. Now, one thing about it is up here in this part right here, I don't know if everybody can see my mouse. If you click on right here, see here I am. You click on today, it's going to show you any drops that has to do with a delta that's dealing with today's date. All right, so and that's one thing I do. I'll come through and I'll start reading through them, everything that's going on with today's date. Now you notice that your boy you voted for, his name, he chose the name Renegade, but I would have never chose that name because it says it's a person who deserts and betrays and organizes a country or a set of principles. Basically, he is against everything that you have against your company. Your country. A person who deserts or betrays an organization, country, or a set of principles. And this is the name he chose. I guess they gave him a list of names and I guess he chose it because it sounded cool because to me that wasn't a smart move. It wasn't a smart move at all. Anyway, this is something I want to show you guys. When you're on here and you want to research something like that, and you see a bunch of abbreviations, all you have to do is just come over here. Nope, that's not it. Research, yeah, right here under research. So you will go right down this banner right here, hit this drop down, and hit abbreviations. And what that does is it gives you all of the meanings of everything that's in there. And it gives you all the abbreviations, AJ, AL, AM, all the way down as far as, Bruce Orr, a board owner. It just depends on what they're talking about at the time, because I know at one point they were using Barack Obama as BO as well. But yeah, this is just something that you can navigate to help you understand what's going on in the drops. A lot of people miss this, but it also this little tool thing over here, it also has a lot of meme maker as well, where it'll show you how to make memes and everything. So that's through here. But I was checking out today, and yeah, of course I came across that one. And I was just trying to see if they had anything to relate to what happened at the in the courts, and with dealing with what's going on. Um, Turn it down a little bit. But what I wanted to chat with you guys about was this. I'm going to go ahead and just play a video for you. And you tell me what you think. And I want you to listen. Listen closely, okay, to what she says. Because this is the same chick that's actually going against Donald Trump, trying to dig up, manufacture, scrape up whatever she threw on the wall, whatever stick she's going to try to get him with this. But check this out. She actually has new life now behind this whole entire thing that's going on. So check this out, and you tell me what you think, all right?
I am the Attorney General of the state of New York, but I love a good rally. And I'm here to say, we will not go backwards. We will not go back into those days when we used wire hangers. Not now, not ever. The right to control our bodies is a fundamental right enshrined in the 14th Amendment. And if they go after this right, who's next? Who's next? As a former city council member many moons ago, I came to this issue in a very personal way. I was in this place. I was just elected. And I was faced with the decision whether to have an abortion or not. And I chose to have an abortion. I walked proudly into Planned Parenthood. And I make no apologies to anyone. To no one. To no one. And all of you also know that I am a woman of faith. I go to church. But my God teaches me all about love and acceptance. And my God teaches me about privacy. And my God says that you've got to make the best decision for your body and your life. And so, I will not allow Justice Alito or any other judge on the Supreme Court to dictate to me or to you how to use your body. I will not allow Justice Alito to dictate to me my future, my destiny. It is not in the hands of the United States Supreme Court. It's in our hands.
Now, this is the same person that was out there, a year ago, 2 years ago, when we first had to get the punch in the arm, and they spoke about how people didn't have a choice. But here it is, the hypocrisy kicks in again. Now she's saying, "Oh, it's my body, my choice." Now, there are a lot of questions I would actually ask her if she were here. And first of all, don't believe the fact that she says she's a woman of faith and she says her God. If you notice, she said, "Oh, she's a woman of faith." She didn't say Jehovah Jireh. She didn't say the God of Most High. She didn't say all of the key words to let you know which God she's talking about. Everybody knows what God she's talking about. Now, I did a little searching myself. When she said that, I'm like, okay, this is not possible for somebody to just sit here and say, okay, my God said to do this. My God said to do that. So I looked it up. Now, there's certain sites that you look up when you're doing your studying. And one of the sites I use is called Bible Info. Now, going through this, I know that these people will probably, either zap alive or cut me or give me some type of strike or something like that because of this, because I'm talking about God. But I want to show you guys something. Now, in this is something that I looked up. I looked up the word abortion. This is one of the sites I use, Bible Info. And all you do is just type in a topic and it'll give you some topics or some verses that correspond with what you're talking about. Now, in this, it talks about, forgiveness. It said, what does God say about the life and personhood of the fetus? And it explains it to you in the verses that they can actually correspond with the subject that you're talking about. And this one from the NIV Bible, it says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nation. This is something that's basically saying that, when God created you, when you were created through conception. But like I said, these people are taking the Bible and reading it upside down. Okay. That's what I always say. Because when people say, I'm going to, this is what the Bible said. The Bible said this. I'm like, okay, you must be reading it upside down. Because apparently the God that I know of wouldn't approve of this. Now, there are other things on here. Like I said, let me go back to it. There are other things on here that I thought was very, very interesting. God is at work in person's life while he or she is in the womb. For you are created in inmost being. For you created my inmost being. You go ahead and read it because I don't want to flag the channel. There's a few other verses here that you can actually figure out what's going on. It even has one that says something about rape. It says right here. Let me highlight it here. It says, father shall not be put to death for their children, nor shall children be put to death for their father. A person shall be put to death for his own sins. So listen what it says. It's for your sins. You're going to go to death for your sins. I mean, you pretty much going to be put to death for your sins, whatever sins it is. Now, one of the biggest sin in here, it says, thou shalt not kill. All right. Now, me and my immaturity years ago, I'm 52 now. So I think I was 24, 25 years old. And me and the girl I was seeing at the time, we did this process. We did it. And to this day, I'm still torn about it. And I called her up one day and we talked, and I apologized how, because I was like 4 or 5 years older than she was. And they explained to her that, with me being older, I should have known. I should have been, I was raised in the church. So there was some decisions that I know I made and I wasn't happy with. And to this day, and John can attest to that because we pray a lot on the phone and we talk about this, and I'm still kicking myself, or I guess you can say punishing myself because of that. And that was 20 something years ago. And every day I think about where that child would be right now, what he or she would be, what he or she would be doing. But I kick myself because of that. Then for what's going on? It's only a few people here, and I expected that because I hadn't been on live for a while. So I'm trying to get back into the grind. I'm working now. I had to go back to work in some kind of way. I'm not doing a lot of work, strenuous work. I'm doing this ride share stuff. I'm not going to say which company, but yeah, just I get up early, so, and then I still do a lot of research and I still save a lot of stuff, but most of the time I'm just beat and worn out from what's going on. But for her to use that and say she's a woman of God, and then, she says, we're not going to go back to using wire hangers for abortions or anything like that. And she walks proudly into a Planned Parenthood. Well, If you know the history of Planned Parenthood, if you watch one of my shows, one back, when I go back and edit this, I'll probably add it to the link. It talked about Margaret Sanger. Now, Margaret Sanger, her sole mission was to exterminate people of color. And how did she do that? They created Planned Parenthood. Do you know that where she's Attorney General in New York, if I'm correct, and please somebody correct me if I'm wrong, they've had more abortions than they do childbirths in New York. Man, I don't know if that's per year or that's a generalized stat, or this year or last year or a total of 5 years. I don't know. I got the quote. I was listening to and watching AB on his channel, and I have yet to go back and do the research on it. But I thought that was interesting when he said that, and I'm like, no, that can't be. That can't be. And so they said that they've had more abortions than they did childbirths, in which I'm like, what? And if you noticed, I'll probably play, it's another video in here. I think I'm gonna probably play it as well. And they're changing it. They're not going to use the word abortion anymore. They're going to use family reproduction or medical reproductive stuff. And they're going to use other words because the abortion word sounds too harsh. So they're going to use other words. Now, you ask yourself, everyone's listening to this hot button topic. Oh, Roe versus Wade, this, that, Roe versus Wade, that, and that. I'm like, are y'all paying attention to what's going on? First of all, that was an opinion piece that they leaked. It was an opinion piece. It wasn't solidified yet. They hadn't voted on it yet. But that Judge Ito, that was his opinion on that. And basically saying that it was not in the Constitution for that type of procedure. I'm shaking my desk because I'm leaning on it. It was it's not in the Constitution for that procedure. Sorry about that, folks. So they're going to delegate it back down to the states. Now, it's not illegal. See, this is the same thing they did about Florida with the Don't Say Gay bill. When that bill didn't have anything to do with Don't Say Gay. But it's the exact same thing they did. They're using this as let me move this over, make this a little bit bigger. This is the same exact thing that they're doing because they want to control the narrative because they're losing right now. And I think this is panic. They're panicking because I believe we're at the tail end of this. We're at the tail end. And one of the things, I can show you that I gave Meena a couple of times. It was this. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Yeah, one of the things that we talk about with the drops was this. Was it 520? Yeah. All right, it's right here. Let's see if I can highlight it. Was this is and I swear by this one. This is what I swear by. Nothing is a coincidence. The map is the key. Planned for 3 years. Corruption and evil deep within, everywhere. Patience. Now, and I keep telling people, patience. If you've read these and studied them like I do, you'll know that everything is going according to plan. Actually, I believe that they are ahead of schedule. Now, one of the things we had to do when I was in Desert Storm, we were moving so fast through Kuwait and all that we had to go back and turn around the fight. And a lot of these people don't want to fight. Now, if you think what's going on in Ukraine is really going on, and I was going to do, I have a folder here that I was actually going to do a show on that talks about how the Pentagon as well as the government did not want the media to be there because they wanted to control it. So they told people not to go there. They didn't want any type of press, no one from the press to go there. But yet they send the people who they want there. But then the stuff that you're getting it's all make believe. Like the Ghost of Kiev. They just admitted that was a fake guy that they used for propaganda. The video they used was actually from a video game. And I know you guys know that from by now. So, yeah, that was a video game that they used. I have one that a video I'm going to do is going to be called Toy Soldiers, and where I'm going to show you all of the fake stuff that they're generating for propaganda. Now, why do they do that? Because of that president that y'all know and love. The brother that did everything for everybody else except black folk. That Smith-Munt Act that he amended and basically saying that the media is permitted to lie to the public or use propaganda to the public to get the message across. That basically took the onus from the media. So now they can lie to you. Now, the thing about it is, if you notice, yeah, they'll lie to you straight to your face on the news when they do all these videos, these commentating and all of this podcasts, everything. They're going to lie to you. But if they're forced to swear to it in court, they won't do it. They'll talk around it. Now, I watched all of countless hours of interviews in Congress when they're doing all of these interviews, and every question that they're asked, they're not answering. They won't answer it. They'll talk around it. They'll filibuster. Filibuster means basically I'm just going to fill this dead air with a bunch of gibberish. That's basically what they're going to do in order to kill something or just get people frustrated where okay, all right, we'll do it. No. And this thing with Judge Ito and this RVW is fake. It's all just to fill in the blank. They need you to look at something. Why? Because the Sousa video, 2,000 Mules, was just released this week. Now, hey, give me a thumbs up if you want me to go ahead and I'll buy it and put it on Saturday. I think it comes on Saturday at 7 or 8, and I'll show it on my show live. So just let me know what y'all think. I'll put it on here. We go live, and we'll talk about it while it's on. I'm not even quite sure if they can do that, to be honest with you. Once I buy it and then go live, so I really know that they don't do it. What is this? King? He said, "What happened to Meena?" No, Meena's still on. She just had Meena had to. Man, she has to move in secret, all right? She had to go incognito, all right? She had to cloak and dagger. She's strategically moving around, all right? Because this stuff is real, y'all. Y'all don't believe that this stuff is real. This stuff is real. And when I say it's real, it's you watch your words and you watch your words and you say something incorrectly or something that they don't like, yeah, they can ban you or they'll come and get you. One of the two. These are some things out here that they do. And I'm doing my best to be strategic about what I say because I still look out for my parents. I have my parents here and I love the hell out of them. And I can't leave them stuck out. So I'm doing my best to be strategic. It's so much stuff that I want to do and say. And I can't because I don't want to put them in danger. But I mean, I did enough by putting my whole name out there. Everyone knows my name. and which I don't have a problem with because it's public information. Because I'm a police officer. I was a former Houston police officer. I'm retired now, but you put your name out there. That's this is one of the things that you basically putting yourself out there. And like I say, if anybody follow Brandon Tatum, same way. I mean, you follow that rookie. Yeah, I'm gonna call him a rookie because he only did like 5 years. I did 25 years, so he a rookie to me. But there's some other things I wanted to talk about. All right, let me go to the next slide that I have here for you guys, and I want you guys to just keep paying attention to the hypocrisy that's going on. Okay.
Well, that got struck down. Griswold was thought to be a bad decision by Bork, and my guess is the guy's on the Supreme Court now. What happens if you have Wall?
Let me start it over.
Well, that got struck down. Griswold was thought to be a bad decision by Bork, and my guess is the guy's on the Supreme Court now. What happens if you have a state changes the law saying that children who are LGBTQ can't be in classrooms with other children? Is that legit under the way the decision is written? What are the next things that are going to be attacked? Because this MAGA crowd is really the most extreme political organization that's existed in American history. Well,
Now, he refers to us as a mega crowd. Basically, like we're the ones that's doing this. Now, if you've been paying attention to the news, other than these meat plants, meat packing plants, the food processing plants that are burning down, come on now. I know you guys are paying attention to that. It's not a coincidence anymore. It was past coincidence after the third factory burned. These people, they're trying to starve you out. They are. They're trying to scare you. But I'm also hearing two things. I'm hearing, one, they're attacking these plants because they want to starve you out. Number two, I'm also hearing that this is a whitehead operation where the plants are, instead of dealing with more organic foods or anything like that, these things are filled with chemicals and processed meat and actually human meat as well. Now, that's going to be for another story, but they have found human meat in certain areas. I don't want to get into that right now. Let's go to the next one. But he's basically telling you what they're going to do. What's going to be next? They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Well, I still think we're under whitehead control. I really do. I really think that we are. And I really think that a lot of things are being done because we still have people that are knocked the hell out. They still sleeping and they're not getting it. People are not waking up to this whole thing. It's like, dude, look at the big picture. It is so stupid what they're doing. It makes sense. They're waking you up. They say, how much stupid do we need to make this in order for you to wake up? And I'm like, wow. I'm like, and it's still people asleep. I'm like, you know what? We're at the tail end. We're at the very tail end. And I pointed something out to Meena. Let me see if I can find it. I know I have it still on my other screen here. People are, I believe we got the green light at one of his sessions. I mean, at his rallies. Now, if you notice, look at the rally, the names of the rally. You have one in this is Nebraska, I think, Greenwood, Nebraska, and then Greenburgh, Pennsylvania. And then I asked a question. I posted it on my True Social as well. Is he telling us? Is he trying to send a message to us that he's giving the green light? That means basically it's time. It's go time. It's go time. That we can actually almost put a date on it. And I'm thinking within the next, I want to say between the 10th of this month and next month, going into July. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they used the 4th of July, but you know, I've been wrong several times because I don't know what date it is, what they're using, but the time frame is still there. I know they have it, but I actually linked something else with that same I did a Q drop link with that. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I'll do this one. This one's kind of raggedy before I was able to cut it up, but I'll show it to you anyway. Now, if you notice, it's the same meme that I made. I mean, just the same drop. His rallies, but then all of a sudden he's singing "Let's Go Out," "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and this is like I said, you have to really pay attention to what Trump does and Scavino and you have to pay attention to what they do. All right, now this came out at 1:06. This is 2:06 if you go East Coast time, and you look up Q Drop 2:06, and it says, "Can't wait for the green light. Teams on standby." Now, like I said, I'm thinking we're in the process. It's getting ready to kick off. And because of that, let me show you this. Because I know it's getting ready to kick off. Where's the button there? Okay, because it's getting ready to kick off right now, I want to show you this. Where did I put it? Now, let me explain something about me. It's the difference between me and Meena. Now, she has her ear to the street. I mean, she can tell you the rough, raw stuff that people need to hear. She rips the Band-Aid off instead of slowly pulling it. Me, I'm more of a strategic person. Coming from a military and a police mind, plus I went to school for film production. I started off with criminal justice and switched it to film production. And I've been writing for a while. I wrote a couple of movie scripts, me and my writing partner, Leslie, what's going on. And we've actually placed in a couple of contests, and I still think that the TV show Supernatural was stolen from our one of the scripts that we wrote. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I want to show you guys this right here. Now, you see this: legislature branch, compromised; executive branch, compromised; judicial branch, compromised. Because of that, because of all three of these our branches, this right here is what's the United States is ran on. It's based on this principle right here: legislative branch, executive branch, judicial branch. All right. Because of that, we're compromised. Because we have a true system, the system is truly compromised. I think now things are about to happen, because now the military needs to get involved, because with the courts being compromised because of this, they said it was a leak. It could have been a leak, or someone could have, I think he emailed it to someone to go ahead and proofread it, the opinion. Now, like I said, the Roe versus Wade, that was an opinion, because the people who did it back in 1973, it was wrong. They should have made that judgment, because that it's nothing in the Constitution that states you have the right to commit murder. And I hope y'all hear me when I'm saying this. This is coming from the police mind. Nothing in the Constitution that states you have the right to commit murder. They say, okay, well, how are we committing murder if this person is not truly alive? Yes, the moment that child is conceived, and I think, I'm one to believe that the moment a heartbeat is detected, that child is alive. That is what I'm saying. And the thing about it is, when I had my incident back years ago, this was like, I don't even think they had a heartbeat yet. In my situation, there's no excuse, because like I said, I still punish myself because of that. I'm still torn up about that because of how I was raised, and the compassion I have for human beings, the life of a human being. The type of way, the way I patrolled when I was a police officer, I believed in people. I give people, I believed in my community, let's put it that way. Because I didn't put people in jail that needed that, because I felt like, oh, they need to go to jail. But I felt like I let a person talk themselves into going to jail. And I try to make the sentence as light as I can. But if the person talked themselves into doing it, I can't help that. I tell people all the time, don't make me do my job, because I do it really well. But I don't think that people have to go to jail to learn a lesson, especially the lower end crimes. Okay, this is all of the class B's and on down. I mean, traffic laws and stuff like that. But yeah, if you get caught stealing, you got to pay the price. That's basically it. All right. Now, that's even biblically. All right. You get caught stealing, you got to do what you got to do. Now, when I and the young lady I was with at the time made that decision, I think we were just too young, but I think we were smart enough to know. And like I said, I apologized to her. I called her up and what's this, Katie Locke? Hey, what's going on, brother? I apologized to her. I had to, because spiritually I knew that we made a mistake. I know I did. And I, like I said, I still tear myself up about it. And it's one of the things I'm still struggling to get over. And this was, I'm 52, man. This is like 25, 26 years. I was on the 25 years, that's about 22 years. So this is about 22, 23 years ago. And I still kick myself because of it. What's going on, people? Hey there. If I don't answer you, I'm sorry. I'm just, I have a one-track mind. When I'm focused on something, sometimes I don't even pay attention to a lot of stuff. I don't see how Meena can do it. That woman's amazing, I swear. But I want you to see your word salad queen. She's up here speaking too. Now you know who the word salad queen is, right? Let me test y'all. Who's the word salad queen? Let me see who's it. You know what? I didn't even have a contest lined up, because I had a contest the last time I did it, but I didn't even have a contest lined up. See, and people still getting the bond letters, but don't pay any attention to those. Don't pay any attention to those, because it's going to be a new process. It's a new process out there, because all you're going to have to do is, they're going to have a different way of proving who you are, basically getting your straw man back, basically getting your name back. All right. And there are going to be other process of doing that. So how we did it before, that's the reason why everyone was getting shut down, because that door was closed. They were no longer doing that process. But there's going to be another process. And like I said, we were still right on a lot of things. I can't prove it, but we're still right on that $100,000 every month for 12 years, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. But, and I know people look, what do you mean? It's my money. I can get it anytime. I don't agree with that. I say it should be $100,000 one time a year for the rest of your life. I'd rather do it for the rest of my life as opposed to 12 years. Give me $100,000 in January, and you have to show some type of work receipt, something to show that you're actually being productive in the community, something to show that you're still working, because everyone that's paid into that cabal system is going to get that money back. And these people are pretty much going to stop working, and you don't want that. It's going to create a lot of people. There are a lot of people out there that didn't pay into this cabal system that are going to be working. But no, I still think that people need to be productive. And so I say, give me $100,000 a year for the rest of my life, as opposed to $100,000 for the next 12 years. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Anyway, check out your girl. This is your girl. This is who y'all wanted as your vice president, because I didn't vote for this person. All right. Y'all check this lady out. I'm sorry. Check her out.
Well, we say, how dare they? How dare they tell a woman what she can do and cannot do with her own body? How dare they? How dare they try to stop her from determining her own future? How dare they try to deny women their rights and their freedoms.
Y'all need me to play that again? I can play it again because there's one thing, it's one question that I'm going to ask you guys. Let me see if you guys are paying attention to what she just said. I'm going to play it one more time for you. As we sit back in the hood, I'm going to play it one more again. All right? Check it out.
Well, we say, how dare they? How dare they tell a woman what she can do and cannot do with her own body? How dare they? How dare they try to stop her from determining her own future? How dare they try to deny women their rights and their freedoms?
Now, what key word did she say? All right, because apparently in 2 months, well, less than a month, she was able to determine who a woman was. All right, how dare they say what a woman can't do? It can't. Oh, you know what a woman is now. Oh, wow. I'm like, dude, please pay attention. Listen to what she's saying. She all of a sudden knows what a woman is. Yeah, everybody know that she shoot. Everybody knows she. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. But now she's saying, how dare they tell a woman? I'm gonna play it one more again. Hold up, I'm gonna play it one more again.
Well, we say, how dare they? How dare they tell a woman what she can do and cannot do with her own body? How dare they? How dare they try to stop her from determining her own future? How dare they try to deny women their rights and their freedoms?
Okay. Now she's saying, how dare they deny women their rights and their freedom? But they deny women their rights when they put a man in a swimming pool with him and say that, oh, now he identifies as a woman. I saw a meme a couple of weeks ago. It was written on what color was that trash can? Blue. It was a blue trash can. The one that, you know, the trucks come by and pick them up and all that. And someone wrote on the side of the trash can, I identify as a green trash can. I'm like, okay, so now if I want to identify as something, all I have to do is just say identify. Just like that guy that went into to this juvenile place and raped 2 girls. You know, 2 juveniles. Because he identified as a woman. I think he identified as a woman because his attorney told him to do it because it's a way to get out of the crime that he committed. But all you do is identify. It's all this time about me can have babies. Now it's a woman's only club. Look, I'm like, these people here, if you don't see that they are trying to make this thing seem ludicrous, then you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention at all. Now they know who a woman is. And I think that women are probably the most important beings on this earth. I believe that in some things about the Bible that I still question. I actually had a conversation with someone. Good Lord, I can't think of his name right now. I follow him on YouTube. John, what's going on? Hey, John, what's his name? That we had the discussion with about the Bible, and I was questioning some of the levity of the Bible, and I can't think of his name. Fill me in on that, John. That's my brother from another mother. Brother from another mother. And we need to get together and pray again tonight, man. All right. So I still have me Me and my dad got into a discussion once, and I told him, I said, because I believe, the Bible's created. My dad he believes that, hey, the Bible's there. You can't change it. You can't do anything about it. But my question was, okay, I believe the Bible is God's word, but if you leave it up to man to print it, they can change it. Carl, it was Carl. And I still think that a lot of areas in the Bible were manipulated in order to control the masses. And my heart is telling me that, but I know my faith in man, I just really don't have it anymore. I lost that faith a long time ago because I'm starting to see the darkness of man. And no, don't get me wrong. You have to pray for discernment. And I have that discernment, but it's like I'm sad because my faith that I had in, because I used to give a lot of people credit, and that credit is gone. And I hate the fact that I have that type of feeling towards my fellow man. I want to believe that there's still a lot of good out there for people, and with people and for people. But it's hard. It's hard to do it. It is. It's very hard when you see this much evil, especially going on in this. And if you say it like your girl, your rapper, the politics, if you go by the politics of this stuff, not the politics, but the politics of all of this stuff you see. And it's hard to believe in people anymore because of what you see out there. And I don't know. It just makes your heart waver when you see stuff like that. Let me go to this next slide. This one here is of bumbling Biden. This is, I don't know which version of this one this is. I think this is the A3 version or something. I don't know. Anyway, here's the next slide.
This decision holds. It's really quite a radical decision.
This is a dark and disturbing morning for America.
This is a 5-alarm fire.
We need to get rid of the filibuster, and Roe is just Exhibit A.
Part of this November's election, reproductive rights will be on the ballot.
This would appear to be an invitation to have, Handmaid's Tale type anti-feminist regulation.
These justices are acting like this is somehow something that they have the right to change. They do not have the right to change this.
Wow, this isn't coordinated at all. Democrats also telling their supporters to get out there and protest. Meanwhile, Republicans said the leak was meant to intimidate the justices.
Let me see. What was that part? This is going to be, this is the post-it or email or keyword or that they're going to be using now, because it's not, they're going to get away from, here it is.
Part of this November's election, reproductive rights.
Reproductive rights. That is the word that they're going to be using now. Just pay attention. Now, if you watch the news, you're going to see that word, reproductive rights, being used. They won't use abortion. They're going to use reproductive rights. And then they're going to flag everyone that uses that A word. And mark my word on that. Watch, you'll see. Now that's what they're going to use because it sounds softer. It's not a harsh word to use anymore. You can't use that A word. So the reproductive rights is what they're going to call it. And they're going to use that. And they're going to, if you notice, everything is going to kick in right now. Is going to build into the midterm elections. Yeah, I agree with you, John. The demons are going nuts. They can't bluster all. They can bluster all they want, but it moved on me. It won't change anything. It's the death of the enemy and the restoration of America. It's not just the restoration of America, John. It's going to be restoration of the Christ consciousness. This is the everything was built on godly principles, and we've gotten away from that. We've all fell asleep at the wheel. We've all fell asleep at the wheel. While we're talking, let me see if I can find it. I had one show I was going to do. Let me see if I can find it. give you an example of what I'm talking about. But you know what? Let me go to the next slide. I can do that, and we can. Let's see. What is this? No, I don't want that one. Oh, this one here is a quick one. Yeah. This is your president. Yeah, I want you guys to listen closely to what he says. Okay, this is your president. It's not mine, but this is your president. Check this out.
Before Russia attacked, we made sure Russia had javelins and other weapons to strengthen the defenses so Ukraine was ready for whatever happened.
Y'all probably missed it because it was short. Check it out again.
Before Russia attacked, we made sure Russia had javelins and other weapons to strengthen the defenses so Ukraine was ready for whatever happened.
He said before Russia attacked, we made sure Russia had javelins. I'm like, dude, wow. This dude here, yeah. Listen closely, listen.
Before Russia attacked, we made sure Russia had javelins and other weapons to strengthen the defenses so Ukraine was ready for whatever happened.
I'm like, this is the dude that got 80 million votes? Okay, all right. If y'all say so. Ooh. And you got other countries that are laughing at us because of this guy. This is, my God. And y'all want to throw a Ukraine flag all over the place? Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, we know what's going on about that. We know that everything that they're telling us about that whole situation is not true. None of that is true. And these people are. Anyway, what's going on, people? Black Pill Red here. Coming back, we have me and John, my boy John. There he is. Yeah. They making fun of him. That. Ooh. And he was trying to say kleptocracy. It's a hard word to say. But he struggled with it the other day. I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, I know I'm not the best reader in the world, but okay. Okay. I want to show you guys something. This is an analogy that I wanted to use on one of my shows I was going to set up. All right. So let me move this down. Now, this is an analogy I wanted to use, and I'm going to explain it to you, all right? So just pay attention, and then I'm going to fill you in on what I mean when I show this video, okay? Make a note of the clock. Everybody look at the clock. Now, the point of me showing you that video was this. How many of y'all have walked outside and actually saw, I mean, you cut the yard, the yard is well manicured. It's like, man, I done a thing on this yard, right? 3 days later, you come out there and it's a huge ant bed out there. How did that get there? How did that ant bed get there? It's like, okay, that is the perfect analogy of what's going on. This whole time since John, correct me if I'm wrong, 1921, between 1917 and 1921, in that area is when they come up with the Federal Reserve. Now, during this time, we all fell asleep at the wheel. We walk outside and all of a sudden there's this big giant ant bed outside in front of our yard. How did that get there? How did that happen? How do we allow that to happen? I know I put the poisons down. At least I thought I did. No, the poisons went. No, I didn't work. I didn't, man. I just completely forgot. But what Trump did was he created warp speed. Warp speed was what you saw. After that rain came, the storm that he's talking about, after that storm came and took down what you thought you saw, when the storm came and this happened, now you see, okay, that's how that's how it happened. That was the purpose of him tearing down 1913, yes. But that's how everything that happened to us got in place. This is how it happened. Oh, they started doing some stuff when I'm sleeping and all this, and it took them 15 hours to get the ant bed built back up. Now they have to correct it, but by this time, we've seen the ant bed. Now it's time for us to exterminate. Now, that is what he did. He showed us the process of how it got there. We walk outside and see that big giant ant bed outside. Man, I know. Where did that come from? Yeah, well, this is where it came from. Now, relate that to what's going on right now. People are like, okay, how do we get to that point? How do we get to this point? Well, first of all, 9/11, that happened when they took half of your rights away. And then other things that are happening, all of these flags that's out there being waved falsely with these shootings and stuff like that. They're trying to take your Second Amendment right away. Why? Why are they trying to take your Second Amendment right? Because they know that I'm going to make them decisions that these people may think they can use their Second Amendment right to correct the problem. That's the reason why they want to take it. Look at what happened to Canada. These people, they gave their guns away years ago, and now they can't even defend themselves. They have to go where people tell them to go. And because of that, you can't defend yourself. That's part of the reason why the Second Amendment was the second thing behind the freedom of speech. Now, you constantly hear these people tell you stuff about, oh, freedom of speech. We have the freedom of speech. You can say what you want to say. No, not when you control the bullhorn. Well, when Elon Musk purchased Twitter, he took their bullhorn. Now, if you notice, the moment he bought Twitter, he's enemy number one. Everything that happened to our former president is happening to him. He become racist. He's a racist now. He's a xenophobe. He didn't care about his people. All these people pretty much trying to burn the ground that they walked on just to get out of there. Because I don't want to work for Elon Musk. Where he's saying that I'm not telling you that I hate you. I'm telling you that you have the right to speak freely. That is what he said. You have the right to say, you know what? I don't like turning right. I want to go left this time. Okay, it's your right. Go ahead and turn left. You can do that. That is what he's telling you. If you don't want to turn left this week, turn right. That is what he's telling you, because you have the right to make that decision. I fought for that. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it didn't matter. I fought for you when I went to war to make sure you have the right to make that decision to do it. But then check out your boy. I didn't, you know what? I didn't put it on here. I wanted to show you something. Let me go ahead and break down what that opinion piece that was released by the Supreme Court. Now, one of the guys, Dr. Steve Turley, is one of the guys I follow, and I really love the way he explained things. That's why I follow him. So check this video out. A couple of seconds, and it's it's a minute long, and I can go refill my cup, so some water, and so just check it out, and I'll be right back.
Overturning Roe does not make abortion unconstitutional, as Sam Alito made absolutely clear in his draft. It doesn't even make abortion illegal. What overturning Roe does is it simply sends the issue back to the states. And that is what the left is so panicked about here. Remember, the left doesn't care what you do as long as it's mandatory, right? The woke left is absolutely panicked when they realize that abortion will now go back to the states. And you know why? Because they know the vast majority of our states are indeed pro-life, and they've always been. For example, there are 18 states that currently have what are called trigger laws. Now, these are laws that are set to immediately ban all or nearly all abortions that would be triggered if Roe were suddenly overturned by the Supreme Court. And another 9 states already have significant abortion restrictions in place that have thus far been blocked by the courts, but that would be reversed and put back into effect after Roe is officially overturned. So clearly, if Roe is in fact repealed, as this draft decision claims it has been, we can see that immediately, literally seconds after the decision is officially declared, half the country will turn fully pro-life. At least 23 states will automatically trigger into officially abortion-free pro-life states.
Now, if you notice what he said, so we're a part of the majority as far as the people who are pro-life, and there are already rules, things in place, fail-safes that are already in place for situations like this, because there are a lot of people out here that didn't agree with abortion laws anyway, but they did it because that was the thing to do at the time. But my thing is this: if you don't want to deal with the government telling you can't have abortions, don't have sex. Cut and dry, plain and simple. Just don't do it. That's like saying the government says that we're going to implement a law that states that if you jump from a plane and your parachute don't open, you can't sue the pilot. Well, first of all, you can't sue the pilot because you're dead. Number 2, if you choose to jump from a plane, you know that there's a 50-50 chance that your chute would open anyway. Now, I may be talking on another level where people won't understand what I'm saying, but if you jump from a perfectly good plane, you're looking at a 50% chance that your chute may not open. And so when you lay down, you know what could happen because of that. So don't sit up here and put the onus on the government saying that, oh, they say I can't have an abortion. Well, I'm telling you right now, my name is Joe Government, and I'm telling you, don't lay down. Don't lay down and do the do. That's basically it. If you don't want to do, if you don't want to, the consequences, if you don't want to suffer the consequences, just don't do the crime. That's basically it. It's common sense. And, which is part of the reason why I'm growing this, right? My goal is to do my best to practice abstinence. That's what I'm doing. I am doing my best, and oh my God, it's terrible. But anyway, I'm gonna grow it. So the moment I shave it, you know, Joe done screwed up. All right, Joe done screwed up. So now I'm on a spiritual journey, guys. I am really on a spiritual journey. So I am not getting any. If anybody's texting me, let me see if because okay, I just wanted to see if it was working. Okay, but no, Steve Turley, I love him. This dude here, this is probably your geopolitical teacher, your favorite government geopolitical teacher that you would want to get. Yeah, it's time. I'm waiting until. Yeah, I'm the same way, John, and I know I have to do this because I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy, but I'm doing my best to straighten myself out. I am struggling over here, but I'm doing it. I am doing it. But Dr. Steve Turley, if you don't follow that guy, because he is going to explain it to the point to where you can't help but make an A in his class. Because he was a former teacher, he was a professor, but he gave that up to come to do this 100%. He got demonetized last month, but he's remonetized now. Me, I'm just getting monetized. I don't even know if I have. Hold on, let me see something. Do I have super chats? Yeah, my super chats is finally up. I do have super chats up and all of that. I just got it, y'all. After I've been going live for about a year and a half now, and I just got super chats and it's up. And I'm not going to give my Cash App and all that because I really think that this stuff should be free. And trust me, it hurts. It's killing me alive because I upgraded all my equipment and now I have to pay for everything. And so, you know, I have no way of financing that. So, and I'm not going to ask anybody for anything because I really and truly believe God wanted me to do this. So I'm not going to ask for anything because of the fact that I feel like I'm directed to do this. Okay. So, but anyway, back to what I'm saying. Let me see about the next slide that I want to go to. What is this one? Oh, yeah. Check this out. This is the former president. Now I didn't edit this one, so this one here is still in regular form. Like I said, I didn't edit this. I just stuck it on there anyway. So check it out.
Do you want to see the court overturn Roe v. Wade?
If we put another 2 or perhaps 3 justices on, that's really what's going to be. That will happen, and that'll happen automatically, in my opinion, because I am putting pro-life justices on the court.
Do you want to see the court overturn Roe v. Wade?
If we put another 2 or perhaps 3 justices on, that's really what's going to be. That will happen, and that'll happen automatically, in my opinion, because I am putting pro-life justices on the court.
Now you heard that right. His goal, he said, he's going to put pro-life people on the court. Now this is 2016. This is when Hillary was actually running. And matter of fact, let me look this up. I need to open this up because I really want to show you guys this. I know I put it in here. Okay, I know I put my. Where is it? Oh, this right here is something right here that I know that'll piss all you off. I gotta show this to you. Now, this is not a part of the slide, but I really have to show this to you. This. Y'all see this, right? Stunning ballot harvester Shay Moss received John F. Kennedy Profile and Courage Award. Now, this is the lady, Ruby. This is Ruby, who would pull the whole crate of ballots from beneath the, okay, right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. She pulled all the crates of ballots from beneath the table when they said, oh, we have a water main break, so everybody have to leave. Everybody left. She comes back in and pulls this whole suitcase out of ballots and start counting. And she gets the John F. Kennedy Award. Now, to me, this is just like the slap in the face. Oh, good Lord. I can tell you, I can show you that one. It's blurry, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. But she gets an award for, now see, that's one thing the deep state does. Now, they were big on awards. So they control all of the Oscars, the Emmys, SAGs. They control all of that, as well as the Nobel Peace Prize and all that other stuff. So they believe in rewarding all of the people who got the biggest sacrifice. Now, I don't know if y'all remember. You remember when Halle Berry won the Oscar with Billy Bob Thornton? I'm not going to say the name of the movie. I don't want to say it because I didn't agree with it. And she got an award for that. Found out that they really did have sex in that video. Her award was for her sacrifice. Now, what was her sacrifice? I'm gonna leave it at there. I'm not gonna even go there. I'm not even gonna go there. But that she got an award because of that. What did she sacrifice in order to? Some of these people, I swear. All right, let me see if I can find it. I want to show you guys. Oh, yeah, this is it right here. Now, this is blurry, and I'm going to do my best to read it. And I was going to post it because I liked it, but it made a lot of sense. And this is late. This is very late. Now, you guys remember the Will Smith thing, right? Now, in the Will Smith thing, it actually has a spiritual meaning to it. Now, did it happen this way? I don't. Yeah, it was Monsters Ball, but she shouldn't have won that award for that because she did a terrible job. I didn't. Hallie's cute, sexy. I don't even, hell, anything with Hollywood. I don't know if it's a man or woman. I don't know, but look, I'm gonna put it right there. If she was a man, she's a damn good looking man. I'm gonna put it that way. All right, and in that, her character. Her as an actor, she's not that good, but she's a very attractive woman or a very attractive man / woman. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, you don't know what's coming out of Hollywood because Satan is the father of confusion. And so that was his job, is to confuse you on what it is. And I was always a Halle Berry fan, not because of her acting skills, because she was very attractive and I was attracted. That is pretty much the type of woman that I like. All right, but check this out. I want y'all to see this and tell me what you think, okay? And someone posted this. This was years ago, and years ago. No, this was like 2 weeks ago. This is right after the Will Smith thing happened. Now I know you can't see it because it's very blurry, so I'm going to do my best to read it to you, okay? Because when I pulled it, it was blurry like this. It says, "Oh my gosh. Finally, I get the Chris Rock, Will Smith event." It says, man, I saw the video. And basically, this is what she's saying. Let me skip down. Okay. Will Smith. Let me go back to the big picture because this is blurry. It confuses me. I can't see it. Okay. I have to shrink it down a little bit just to see it. It says Will Smith means, the word Smith means to strike, like a blacksmith. You remember back in the day when they make horseshoes for horses like that, they take them to the blacksmith. That's where the name Smith came from. If you look up the history of your name, and I recommend everyone look up the history of your own name, and the name Smith came from striking. That's that way you knew who he was and where he was from. His name is John Smith. Oh, he is a blacksmith. His people are blacksmiths. Take your horse down to John Smith's house, and he will put some shoes on. That means that they know who he is and what like that. My dang hairline, I hate this. That's one of the things I hate. But when I cut my hair, it's like I can't even get rid of this. Anyway, so check this out. This is what it says. It says Smith means strikes or to hit. Chris is a form of the name Christ. Rock, like Chris Rock, is obvious. Jesus is the rock, the cornerstone. So the meaning is clear. He will strike or hit the Christ who is on the rock. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please give me thumbs up if y'all get what I just said. And I'll repeat it if you didn't get it. This thing says, I'll read it one more time anyway. It says, in the Will Smith, Chris Rock event, Smith is derived from the name blacksmith or smith. It means smith. That means to strike. Chris is a form of Christ. Chris Rock is the rock, is basically Jesus is the rock or the cornerstone. So the meaning is clear. He will strike or hit the Christ who is on the rock. And I'm like, wow. And I had to sit there and think about it. When I saw this, I'm like, there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences. That was them saying, because they're losing right now. They're losing the war. They are. Evil is losing right now. So what they're saying is, you know what? Screw you. I slap you. You know how they take their glove off and they walk up to you and slap. Right? Back in the day, that's what they did. It's like, I don't care who you are. I'm Will Smith. I run things around here. And Chris Rock was like, oh, wow, that was the greatest scene in TV. No, it wasn't. And if y'all don't think that this is a spiritual war that's going on, you're not paying attention to what's going on. You're not. Let me see what I got here. This is right here. Now, I'm going to bring something up. Once you watch this little short clip, I'm going to bring something up after this. Okay? Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you to see it. Now, once you watch it, we're all gonna. Jerome, what's up, man? Jerome, we used to go to church together back from years and years. Hey, tell your mom I said hi. Tell your sister I said hi too. All right, Jerome. And wow, we lost our brother too. His brother, which is a brother of mine as well. We lost him a few months ago, and I believe because of all of this fiasco, make sure y'all have your papers and everything like that, because I'm telling you right now. One of the things the Q Drop says that class action lawsuits are effective. All right. So just get ready. All right. Get ready, because these people have been lying to you. All right. But check this out. I want y'all to see this. And we'll talk about this after the video. Check this out.
Did they use you as a trophy?
Of course. I was the big fish.
Do you think they would say that you used them?
Well, I think it was a mutual thing. I took their money and they put me out in front of the cameras and told me what to say. And that's what I'd say.
Wow.
I took their money and they put me out in front of the cameras and told me what to say. That's what I'd say.
Wow. Give me an example of what you'd say.
We've gathered here today to pay homage to the children that are being aborted in this abortuary. We're doing this because abortion is wrong. And I, as the former Jane Roe of Roe versus Wade, do regret signing the affidavit for the pro-abortion camps. And that was probably about it.
It was all an act?
Yeah. I did it well, too. I am a good actress. Of course, I'm not acting now. I did it well, too.
Act.
Now, she gave herself away. That was Roe. She was Roe versus Wade. That was Roe. And she retracted everything about that entire trial. She was paid. She was a paid operative because she was a means to an end. They had an agenda that they wanted to push. If you believe in this satanic thing that's going on, they needed more sacrifices. I contributed to that BS. And like I said, John knows I talk about it all the time, and I still hold myself responsible because of that. Yeah, it was lies. And I still, I'm still doing my best to get over it. This is 20 something years later. And that's only because I know how much I love God, Jesus Christ, the process of everything that goes there. I know how much my heart is steered towards the light. And because of that day, I'm still holding myself responsible for that day. And it's hard. John knows. Hell, we prayed the other day, and man, I was boo-hooing like a little baby because I knew how much it tore me up because I made a decision like that. And I know. I need to forgive myself, and it's hard. It's hard. And I'm probably already forgiven. God has probably already forgave me, but I'm holding myself to a higher standard because of the fact that He put that responsibility on me, and I let him down. Anyway, all right. I want to show y'all something that I found that I came up on Q-tips. And this is going to blow your mind. This is some of Meena stuff. This is stuff right here. Like I said, I do my best to stay away from what Meena does because I want her audience to get the information from her that she does. And then I want you to get the information from me, what I do. And that's what make us a team. And when you have a beautiful woman like her with a smart mind, that's deadly as hell. It is. It's extremely deadly. And so I'm going to push this on you. John, where you at? I'm looking at, I'm trying to catch up on some of the text or something like this, and I can't see anything. King, the Mural Production? Are you a film production company? What are you? Did I say that correctly? First of all, because I do filming too. So, well, I hadn't done any filming in a while, but I still write. Now, this right here is going to blow your mind. For those who are, I'm trying to find a sensitive way of saying this because it's hard. It's hard. As much as I want a child, look, I don't have any children. And as much as I want a child to see some stuff like this, it's, whew. Check this out, folks. This is the value of a child, either born, dead, or alive. They put a cost on a child. This is what they do. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on this real quick. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on this for a second. This is what they do. I have videos of people eating children. I have videos of people preparing fetuses for meals. But I'm not going to show y'all that because I just can't do it. I can't do it. But it's being done. Y'all study this. Study it. Trust me. This is what they do. There's a value. Why do you think they want to keep? Why do you think they want this RVW to fail? And they want to continue doing what they're doing. Why? It don't have anything to do with the right of a woman the right of a female producer or whatever they call them, whatever. I don't know what the hell it is. It has nothing to do with that. This is what it has to do with. This right here is why they are doing what they're doing. Why do you think that you have that tramp up there in New York? What she's doing? We're not going back to wire hangers. I'm a woman of faith. Well, if you're a woman of faith, thou shalt not kill. I know I made that mistake, and that's the thing about I can't even cast the first stone. But I can't sit here and say that you're right when I know I'm wrong. Reproductive rights. Remember, Bobby, look, that is the word, the phrase, or post-it sticker that's going to be out. That is the key phrase, the hot button topic, the key word, or whatever you want to call it. Reproductive rights is what they're going to use. They're not going to use that A word, abortion. They're not going to use that anymore. I guarantee you, all you're going to hear is reproductive rights. Pay attention to what the news says. Trust me. Don't listen to your local news. You have to go to like Fox, CNN, or whatever. They're going to put it out there. People say, I don't trust Fox or anything like that. I believe Fox was one of the first companies that was purchased that's actually putting out the truth. I really do. It was bad, but I believe eventually they have to put the truth out there. They have to. And I think Fox was the first company that was basically switched over. But look at this. That's the reason why I'm leaving it up there. I had to take my face off of it because I want people to see that this is what they're doing. So when you go out there and you laying down with these knuckleheads or dudes, you laying down with these women that you know that's out there and all this other stuff, know what you are sacrificing. Know it. Know it. These people don't care. They don't care that you're struggling and you're living in the hood. You only have like what, $15,000, $25,000 a year that you're making. And the next thing you know, you're pregnant. They don't care. They're going to keep pushing. Hey, well, you may as well just get an abortion. They're going to push that. But instead of pushing that, how about, you know what? Let me practice safe sex. Let me just practice where I don't put myself in this situation to where I actually have to put a child on a menu like this. Pay attention, folks. Trust me. I want children so bad. John, the same boat. We both in the same boat. And I think we're both good men. We are. We're both stuck in our ways, which I gotta admit, yes, I am. I'm severely stuck in my ways. But we are stuck in the point to where we know what's the difference between right and wrong. It's not the fact that we're stubborn. It's the fact that we're not going to accept wrong. And women need to be a little more assertive to themselves. Like, you know what? I'm not going to accept in just anything. I can find me a good dude. We're out here. We are. I just refuse to have children all over Houston. That's the only reason why I don't have kids. I refuse to have kids all over Houston because I know God has somebody for me. My parents are still alive. My dad's been with my mother for 50 years, over 50 years. And I'm like, wow, he's giving me the perfect example. It can be done. It can be done. But because the way society turned itself, it focused on sex, music, and rock and roll. I actually have to say it that way, John. You know what I'm talking about. And I hate to use that, but that's the way it turned to. Okay, but other than that, yeah, that's They look. You turn on Housewives. You turn on all these reality shows, all this other stuff. If you turn to a reality show now, I guarantee you they ain't saying nothing about God. And I'm not the most religious person. Trust me, I'm not. I am far from religious. I'm not one of the ones that sit on that the soapbox. God said. No. I know for a fact who butters my bread. I know that. All right. There's supreme being. I don't know if you want to call him God, if you're going to Jehovah, you can call him this. You look, after Abraham, a lot of things got split up. So who am I to say what religion is right? I can't do that. I can't. But I know for a fact after Abraham, a lot of things got split. But it's funny because everyone is trying to fight for a position in here to say that their religion is number one. I guarantee you can find a common denominator with all of it. You can. But who wants to have a child on a menu where their brain is worth $22,000 or their pancreas is worth $7,100? Their heart is worth $7,100. And it's not because they're going to put it in another child. Well, don't get me wrong. Now, if the child is still alive, yeah, if you have someone that's willing to pay 2 or 3 times more for that part in order for their child to live, they'll take it. But a lot of people like to eat stuff. And it's a delicacy. It is. What's going on, people? I'm just looking up at my chat board. Let me see if I can put the chat on the screen. Let me see if I can get away with doing that. No, I can't. I'm pretty sure you guys can see the screen, the chat screen. No, you can't. I have 111 likes. Appreciate that. I don't know how many people are actually on the live. 142. Okay. I'll take that. Look, I'm gonna let you guys go in a few seconds. I have a couple of more. Two more slides I want to show you guys that I want. Well, 3 more when I pull the other one up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull the other one up as we are talking. But check this out. I want you to see. This is the guy who holds the office right now. Check this out.
With regard to abortion, I accept my church's position on abortion as what we call de fide doctrine. Life begins at conception. That's the church's judgment. I accept it in my personal life. But I refuse to impose it on equally devout Christians and Muslims and Jews. And I just refuse to impose that on others, unlike my friend here, the congressman. I do not believe that that we have a right to tell other people that women they can't control their body. It's a decision between them and their doctor. In my view, in the Supreme Court, I'm not going to interfere with that.
Now, he just said he's not going to interfere with the right of a woman to decide what to do with their body. Now, there's that woman word again. Remember, a few months ago, they couldn't determine who a woman was. But that was years ago. That was the real Joe Biden. What y'all seeing right now is facade. It's not the real guy. That right there was the real Joe Biden. Look, let's put it this way. That guy was the racist. That was the real racist. I respect him more than I respect the guy that's on here right now. And I want y'all to hear me out. And this is facts. You knew where he was coming from. He spoke with authority. I respect him way more than I respect this dude that's holding office right now. You have white supremacists out there that are scratching their head like, dude, we're good, but we ain't that good. All right. Trust me. What's going on right now? They are using these hot button issues to push an agenda. I feel so sorry for people out there that are gay or transsexual that are going through that mental anguish right now. They know that this whole agenda thing is not what they want to be a part of. And they're struggling because in their mind, they are going through something. They are struggling. I feel sorry for them. I sympathize with those dudes that's out there that's like, oh, I'm a white supremacist and this, that. Look, they sit up there like, dude, that ain't us. Well, I know it ain't you. I know where you're coming from. So I'm going to watch you with one eye. That's the way I am. But at the same time, I understand where that comes from. It's like, dude, that is not us. We're not doing that. They are pushing hot button issues. One of the hot button issue is they know that police and black folk don't mix. Oil and water don't mix. They know that. But they want to keep us under their thumb. How do they do that? They want to keep pushing these. White folks are racist. These white racist things. Really? Okay. Let me show you this video real quick. Oh, let me find it. I got to find this one. This one right here. Man, y'all making me pull up a lot of stuff right now. That's where is she? Oh, here she is. Wow. Y'all need to watch this video right here. Because this woman right here, and I'm going to tell you where she get it from. I have the video for it. But I want y'all to watch this. Now, this is what that whole wokeism this is the world that they create. Okay? Check this out. Where did it go? Okay.
No more comments.
Oh, okay then. Well, wait. When it says convoy, go home. Didn't the convoy?
Hold on. I'm trying to start it over. Okay, here I am.
If you're going to protest something as nebulous as freedom, then you can't encroach on others.
I'm not sure I understand. Is nebulous?
If you're going to protest something as nebulous as freedom, then you can't encroach on others.
I'm not sure I understand. Is nebulous as freedom?
The concept of a nebulous freedom. They don't have a specific title, a specific reason for being here. They're all over the place, and all they're doing is suppressing Ottawa residents, Ottawa businesses. We are being harassed and held hostage for their supposed encroachments on freedom. What does a single white man have to say to anybody about a bodily autonomy freedoms?
I'm not sure what race has to do with it.
I didn't say anything about race.
You said a white man.
Single white man, sure, race.
Okay, so I mean, what does race have to do with it? When I look at people that are gathering here today, it's right across the multi-diverse.
Okay, I didn't want to go too long because of the music that was in the background. But you saw how, if you notice, she was shaking because she didn't know what she was talking about. She was quoting talking points. Now, she said, I don't know what us. Let me see where can I listen. I'm not going to show the video. Just listen.
If you're going to protest something as nebulous as freedom, then you can't encroach on others.
Now, nebulous is the word she used. Now, like I said, I'm going to say per day, I probably watch between, I don't want to exaggerate, so I'm probably say between 15 to 20 videos a day. That's about how much, and that's a lot. That's a lot of videos I watch. Some of them go for 20 minutes, some of them go a little longer, some of them go shorter. Actually, it's probably more than that. It's probably like 30. But she used the word nebulous, right? Let me see if I have it on here. No, I haven't. It's probably on my phone. Hold on a second. They always use the talking points that they hear. And you heard her use the word nebulous, right? This is where she got it from. Check it out.
Senator, with all due respect, I disagree with so many of the things that you've said. First of all, gain of function is a very nebulous term. We have. Senator, with all due respect, I disagree with so many of the things that you've said. First of all, gain of function is a very nebulous term. We have.
They repeat what they hear. All of the talking points. That's why when Meena read that the entire thing about Mr. Fauci and all of the stuff, he feels like he's important. And he would put a word out there like that, nebulous. Really? Because when I first heard him say that, I'm like, okay. You're speaking out of the common context of conversation to try to make yourself appear smarter. Now, that word is not commonly used. But he wants to appear smarter than everyone else, so. But the last slide I'm going before I'm going to show you is the one I showed you earlier. I skipped ahead, but I wanted to show it to you because of the conversation we were having was this one. Now, if you follow the Q drops, one of the things that they discuss is the fact that the country has to fail on all levels. The 3 levels that it has to fail on is legislative, executive, and judicial branch. Once all 3 processes of a government here in the United States fail, the military will take over. Now, will the military take? I don't think so. I think enough people are aware of what's going on now to where we won't need the military, but they will be on standby. Now, here's the kicker. If you're paying attention to what's going on, when I showed you that drop, that Q drop that said it was a 3-year process, when Meena, abuses the word future, abuses the phrase future proves past, it's because everything is done. It's already done. It is. Everything that's going on now is to wake up the people that are asleep. Realize what's going on. Now, watch what's happening. They're going to try to put you back in the house because of restrictions. I'm not going to say the word. Restrictions. And you may end up having to put a back on. Because of that, they can push themselves into the elections in November. All right. Listen to what I'm saying. But you have to understand these people are putting things in place in order to continue to cheat. That is what they're doing. Pay attention. Remember the ant bed. All right. It only took 5 minutes. Look, I'm gonna put this in retrospect. The former administration. It took 4 years to knock that ant bed down, but it only took a year and a half for them to try to build it back up. And now everyone sees how that bed is being made. You know what? I'm gonna show it to you again. Give me a second. Let me pull it back up. All right. Now, check it out. I want you guys to pay attention. Like I said, it's not difficult. It's real simple. When you walk outside after you done cut your yard for a couple of weeks and you see this big ant bed out there, and you're like, man, where'd that ant bed come from? All right. No, but check this out. This, like I said, I'm going to explain it to it as it goes this time. Okay. This is the 4-year period that Trump was in office right here. Now, this is the beginning of the Biden-Harris administration. The residency of the Biden-Harris. Trump wants you to see this. This is how they did it. This is what happened. Everybody here is paid. We're all paid to rebuild this mound. But this mound is not for the yard. I mean, the yard is this. I mean, why were you building this here? Because the yard is supposed to be here. It's supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be flawless. No, we're going to build this here because we want to. All right. It's still going. This is, what? After 1 year, a year and a month. Year and 2 months. Year and 3 months. Look at this. Finished after 15 hours. 15 hours after it was washed away, you saw the process of it being built back. That ant bed is in our yard. United States. That is the United States ant bed right now. It was built, and we were all asleep at the wheel. We were all asleep at the wheel. We gave them permission to build that ant bed. And what Trump did was he washed it all out. And let me show you something. Watch this. Now, in the 4 years that he was in office, and now we've all had a nice 101 Constitution 101 college, the college version of it, 101 Constitution because of it. And thing about it is, I wasn't as political as I am now because of that. But I'm more political now because I'm like, okay, now I see what they did. I see what they did. and he washed it away in order to make them build it back again. And when he did Project Warp Speed, what you saw when they built that ant bed back up, when those ants built that bed back up, that was Project Warp Speed 101. That was government, geopolitical government 101. And we all was asleep at the wheel. And I hope you understand what I mean when I did that. Please let me know if you understood what I did, because I tried to find the most simplest way, the most simplistic way of saying what happened. The fact that an ant mound was in our beautiful yard, and we don't know how it got there. We tried to wash it away, and it was built back within 15 hours. That is Project Warp Speed. To show you that these people are no good. And now this is the final end of it because of this. So don't look at this issue with the courts as a Democrat Republican thing. This was this is my opinion. It's not official. This is my opinion. This was the last ditch effort to create a movement in order to shift the vote that's coming in November. Thing about it is, the difference between propaganda and truth has gotten closer. It used to be about 6 months to a year. Now it's 3 days to a week. So watch what happens. We're going to find out who leaked the opinion. It was an opinion. And it was Judge Ito's opinion. And what it was is that judge gave a review. Listen what I'm saying. The judge gave a review of RVW, Roe vs. Wade, and what he felt like it should have went when it was going in 1973. That's what it was. It was a review. They hadn't changed the law yet. Now, the one thing about Supreme Court is it's not changing the law. Let me do my Biden impersonation. Watch this. The one thing about the court system is it's not changing the law. Anyway, the law is not changed because of an opinion. What they're doing is delegating that decision to the states. Hear me out. He's delegating the decision to the states. Before I go, I'm gonna explain it one more time, and I'm gonna let Dr. Turley do it. And like I said, this dude here, I swear, if he was one of my geopolitical teachers, I know I would have had an A in that class. So because of him. But when I say he explains it thoroughly. The way he does it. This dude here is cold. Look, this dude's cold. And I follow every day. I'm watching his videos. If you want to follow him, Dr. Steve Turley. Give him a like. If you say how do you look, I sent you over there. I don't care if I don't want the credit. I really don't. If you get the knowledge because of what I'm giving you, that's all I want. I don't want nothing else. But check, I'm gonna have him explain it one more time. One more again. Okay, check it out.
Overturning Roe does not make abortion unconstitutional, as Sam Alito made absolutely clear in his draft. It doesn't even make abortion illegal. What overturning Roe does is it simply sends the issue back to the states. And that is what the left is so panicked about here. Remember, the left doesn't care what you do as long as it's mandatory, right? The woke left is absolutely panicked when they realize that abortion will now go back to the states. And you know why? Because they know the vast majority of our states are indeed pro-life, and they've always been. For example, there are 18 states that currently have what are called trigger laws. Now, these are laws that are set to immediately ban all or nearly all abortions that would be triggered if Roe were suddenly overturned by the Supreme Court. And another 9 states already have significant abortion restrictions in place that have thus far been blocked by the courts, but that would be reversed and put back into effect after Roe is officially overturned. So clearly, if Roe is in fact repealed, as this draft decision claims it has been, we can see that immediately, literally seconds after the decision is officially declared, half the country will turn fully pro-life. At least 23 states will automatically trigger into officially.
Sorry about that. I hit a button and things just happened. Didn't mean for that to happen, but it happened. I apologize for that. I was trying to set up the next slide, and that happened. So, okay. Let me go back to Dr. Steve Turley. Let me see. Let me move forward. I'm going to move forward in that. You guys, if you want me to play the whole thing over again, I will. You know what? I will. I'm going to play the whole thing over again. And I'm sorry. I have to apologize. That was my fault. And I said, I'm always blaming it on the system. But no, that was my fault there. I hit the button and it happened. So check it out. I'm going to let you guys hear this one more time. For the people who missed it the first time, pay attention and give him a follow. This guy right here, he's actually a teacher. He is a teacher, and trust me, it's worth the follow. Hold on, let me bring myself back in there. It's worth the follow because when he explains things, he explains it thoroughly. He will give you past, present, and future. He will give you the answer. And the answer that lead into anything. When, like I said, this guy right here, if I were in, I'm pretty sure he I'm pretty sure he taught government or geopolitical politics or something like that. And I know that if I was in his class, I would get an A. I would because of the way he explained things. But check it out. I'm gonna play it one more time, okay?
Overturning Roe does not make abortion unconstitutional, as Sam Alito made absolutely clear in his draft. It doesn't even make abortion illegal. What overturning Roe does is it simply sends the issue back to the states. And that is what the left is so panicked about here. Remember, the left doesn't care what you do as long as it's mandatory, right? The woke left is absolutely panicked when they realize that abortion will now go back to the states. And you know why? Because they know the vast majority of our states are indeed pro-life, and they've always been. For example, there are 18 states that currently have what are called trigger laws. Now, these are laws that are set to immediately ban all or nearly all abortions that would be triggered if Roe were suddenly overturned by the Supreme Court. And another 9 states already have significant abortion restrictions in place that have thus far been blocked by the courts, but that would be reversed and put back into effect after Roe is officially overturned. So clearly, if Roe is in fact repealed, as this draft decision claims it has been, we can see that immediately, literally seconds after the decision is officially declared, half the country will turn fully pro-life. At least 23 states will automatically trigger into officially abortion-free pro-life states.
Wow. 23. You said 23 states ago. Anyway, actually, yeah. Gail, you know what I'm talking about. When Gail, please recite and tell people when he explains stuff, he explains it so thoroughly that a third grader can get it. So, yeah. And hold up, dispatcher. Yeah, Meena always doing a thing. Please, all right. Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say about that woman. So, yeah, Yeah, but trust me, I'm like, this, if you want, look, I'm going to do a show on all the people who I follow. And I have it, and I've always had that folder set up for about a good 8 months now. I think it's 8 months. 8 months now. I've had that folder set up to where I can establish and let you know this is who I follow. This is why I follow. This is and like I said, these are the ones that from the beginning who I followed. This guy right here, if you're from California, this right here, this dude right here. No, this is why I get a lot of the stuff that I get, because of him. And I'm giving him his flowers right now. And like I said, I don't know if anybody here know him or anything like that. And I don't care. But I'm giving it to him now because of the fact that he's just that good. He is really that good. And he's actually been on a lot of the tour stops, opening up for a lot of the big name people and giving his, but I don't think being on the tour stops is his place. This is where he needs to be. He is breaking it down. And man, when I say he breaks it down, this dude here breaks it down. But I follow him all the time. And every time something come out, I jump on his site and see what he has to say about it. And he'll break it down and he'll give you the history of what it is we're talking about. And that's what I like about this guy. And I swear by it. And I'm going to continue to push people who I believe in. Just like I believe in John. John, where you at? Like I said, I haven't seen. But John is one guy I believe in. And he's one of those that he's not going to be wrong. He's gonna research it to the point to where it proves that he's right. And that's the way John is. Because he's a perfectionist. And I'm the same way. But other than that, let me see if this is the one I'm looking for, my outro. But yeah, that's it, folks. I don't want to be on this live. Actually, I didn't want to be on the live this long, and yeah, I didn't want to be on the live this long. But I felt some kind of way when I saw that I don't even want to say her name. The AG of New York says that she is a woman of faith. And she put out there that she chose to do that because she's a woman of faith, the abortion stuff. And I disagree with her on that. And I don't believe she's a woman of godly faith. But I'm not one to say that. She could be. I don't know. She may be reading the Bible upside down. She may be reading the right side up and getting a misunderstanding for it. I don't know. But I didn't agree with what she said. And I felt some kind of way when she did it. And the weight, you know what? I'll play it one more time. Where is it? There it is. I'm going to play it one more time before we out. And I want you guys to formulate your own opinion on this. Okay. And I'm not a fan of her, but then after this video, I'm going to go with the outro. Give me a like, subscribe, share, do what you need to do to get the information out. You don't have to use me. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to use me. Don't. If you feel like I'm wrong, don't use me. All right. But just do your own research. That's the one thing they don't want you to do. They don't want you to research it because you'll find the truth. And that is what we are doing. Everyone that's out here that I follow, that we're all doing research and we're all trying to find out the truth. What direction should I go? What direction should I vote? What direction should I live? And we all doing the same thing. We want to be here. We want to be here because we're in Revelation right now. Y'all don't realize that we're on the last few chapters of Revelation right now. And people don't realize, you don't know that. We are, You don't believe me? Look at what's going. Go read Revelation and think about it. I guarantee you'll be like, Joe, we're in Revelation. Yeah, we are. We are. Will the world be blown up? I can't say that it will, but I will say the world as we know it will be destroyed. Now just listen to what I said. The world as we know it will be destroyed. All right. Now check this video out, and the outro will come after that. So hey, until the next video, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
I am the Attorney General of the state of New York, but I love a good rally. And I'm here to say we will not go backwards. We will not go back into those days when we use wire hangers. Not now, not ever. The right to control our bodies is a fundamental right enshrined in the 14th Amendment. And if they go after this right, who's next? Who's next? As a former city council member many moons ago, I came to this issue in a very personal way. I was in this place. I was just elected. And I was faced with the decision whether to have an abortion or not. And I chose to have an abortion. I walked proudly into Planned Parenthood.
Okay. I couldn't let that go. I couldn't let that go. She said she proudly walked into. She had to choose between her career and having a baby. My question is this: to a woman who don't live in the hood, a woman who don't have 1, 2, 3 kids and a job at the fast food restaurant, or a clothing store, or anything. It doesn't matter. A woman who's making less than $25,000, $30,000 a year with 2, 3, 4 kids. This is a woman who's saying this, right? Now, what she's saying is she proudly walked into there. She chose her. Why couldn't you have your career and a child too? I'm going to pose that question to you. Why couldn't you have your 2, 3, 4, 5 children and have the career that you have? There are programs out there. There's situations out there. I guarantee you she probably don't have as many kids as out there to people who are in lower income areas. But I digress. Wow. I'm still amazed at what she said, but anyway, you folks, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, man. I love you guys. Take care.